Assalamualaikum guys, welcome back to our channel.
This is Saad Hasham.
And this is Zorain Akhtar.
तो आज हम लोग आपको टाइम वेस्ट करवाए बगैर हम लोगों ने ज्यादा वेट भी नहीं करवाया और हम लोग एक और वीडियो लेके आ गए।
बहुत जबरदस्त वीडियो है और रिक्वेस्टेड वीडियो है। हमारे एक प्यारे से सब्सक्राइबर ने हमें इसकी रिक्वेस्ट की थी,
बहुत ज्यादा रिक्वेस्ट की
थी और ये
वीडियो का नाम
इंडियन रिलीजियस वीडियो
द मोस्ट पावरफुल हिंदू गोडेस नेम क्या है?
माँ काली माता। अब इन पे रिएक्शन है, इनके बारे में बताया जा रहा है, हम नहीं जानते।
तो वीडियो के अंदर क्या है? 3 2 नहीं ऐसे चैनल तो सब्सक्राइब कर लें, बेल आइकन को प्रेस कर दें, ठीक है? चलो स्टार्ट।
No character in the history of all religions is as fierce as the Hindu goddess Kali. In India, Kali is known as the dark goddess. When the Western scholars encountered Kali, their first reaction was that of shock and surprise. For one thing, they had trouble swallowing the idea that the female could be divine. The closest they had come to such a deity was the kindly and virginal Mother Mary. In the 20th century, with the rise of women's rights, feminists came to view Kali as the embodiment of feminine power. They found her to be liberating. The image of Kali that exists in the West is rather different from the way most Indians see her. Kali, the name which literally means time in Sanskrit, is an intensely frightening and the most powerful manifestation of Shakti. There are many depictions of the different forms of Kali. The most common form often shows Kali as black, naked, with angry red sunken eyes, wearing skulls around her neck as jewelry and limbs around her waist. Her blackness represents that she is Nirguna, meaning beyond all qualities of nature. She has 4 arms, showing aspects of both creation and destruction. With a blood sword in one of her hands, she defeats the enemies and carries the head of a demon on the other hand. She holds the bowl on the third hand, where the blood of the enemy is collected and the last is held out menacing. She has an open mouth with blood drooling down her tongue while she stands on the body of her husband, Lord Shiva. Although Kali is associated with blood, death and destruction, she is also seen as a mother figure and often referred to as Ma Kali, meaning Mother Kali. Kali is the dramatic expression of a fierce mother's anger and the feminine power that awakens to attack those who threaten her children. The birth or origin of Kali is popularly known through the story of her fight in Markandeya Purana. In Hindu mythology, Raktabij was a demon or asura who had been given a boon by Lord Brahma that every time a drop of his blood fell on the ground, a new version of his own would be created. Having received this boon, he made the life of people and gods miserable, more so with this power to produce more Raktabij every time he sheds a drop of his blood. Hence the gods reached out to goddess Durga or Shakti for help. Armed with all the weapons, the goddess charged at the demon. But as soon as she wounded him with her sword and his blood fell on the earth, the demon multiplied. With more attempts at killing Raktabij, he kept on multiplying. Huge armies of Raktabij were formed by the drops of blood which fell on the earth. Enraged by this, the Devi took the fierce and infuriated form of Kali. She went on to destroy the demon with her sword in her hand. She slayed each demon and collected their bloods in her bowl and drank it immediately. Soon she finished the whole army of Raktabij and only the real Raktabij was left. Then she killed him down and drank his blood until he fell down lifeless. Not realizing that the real Raktabij was dead, the goddess continued her destruction and drinking blood of the innocent. She continued to kill anybody that appeared her way. Seeing this, the gods became extremely worried and approached Lord Shiva for help. Lord Shiva went and laid down amongst the corpses, where the goddess was madly dancing for blood. Accidentally, Kali stepped on Shiva and soon she realized her mistake. It was then she stuck out her tongue out of embarrassment and calmed down. She was ashamed that her bloodlust had prevented her from recognizing her husband. Soon she came back to her original form and the destruction was stopped. Shiva lying at the feet also symbolizes the supremacy of nature over man. It clearly shows that without Kali or Shakti, even a powerful force like Lord Shiva is inert. Kali is associated with many different forms and stories. Some of her forms are Mahakali, Bhadrakali, Dakshinakali, and Chandika. The image of Kali has travelled from the east to the west and has made home in the eyes of many. But in truth, Kali does not exist in front of us. She exists in the space behind our eyes. She exists in our minds. And in our minds, she has many shapes, forms, and many meanings.
अच्छा,
हिंदू मैथोलॉजी।
ठीक। तो बात कुछ ऐसे है कि मैं आपसे पहले क्वेश्चन मेरे माइंड में आया कि लॉर्ड शिवा जो इनके गॉड हैं, हिंदूज के गॉड है, उनकी बॉडी नीचे क्यों है? तो मैं कहा वीडियो के लास्ट पे पूछूंगा, बट वीडियो के अंदर ही उन्होंने बता दिया कि वो जो था डीमन, क्या नाम था, रक्त बीज, उसकी आदमी को कत्ल करते हुए वो इतनी ज्यादा उसमें जलाल गुस्से में आ गई थी कि रास्ते में जो भी आ रहा था उसको,
चाहे वो इनोसेंट था चाहे वो जो भी था, उसको
तो
वो मारी
जब
थी।
उनके
और
हस्बैंड नीचे आए लेट गए तो उनको रियलाइज हुआ कि मैंने गलती कर दी है। एनीवेज, इसके बारे में मैं मजीद नहीं बोल सकता क्योंकि मुझे इसके बारे में कोई आइडिया नहीं है। इसकी मुकम्मल स्टोरी आप हमें कमेंट बॉक्स में बताएं, आपके पास तो ज़ाहिर इन्फॉर्मेशन है, वी डोंट नो द इन्फॉर्मेशन।
डेफिनेटली ये जो वीडियो है ये भी आपकी जो होली बुक्स हैं,
हाँ जी,
उनमें से ली गई है हिंदुओं की, तो इसमें इंफॉर्मेशन ऑथेंटिक ही होगी। यूजुअली ऐसे ही था जब हम छोटे थे, कार्टून में मैं देखता होता था कि लोग तपस्या करते थे, मेहनत करते थे, वरदान लेते थे, उसके बाद वो डीमन बन जाते थे। जब वो डीमन बन जाते थे तो उनको कंट्रोल करना मुश्किल हो जाता था, इसीलिए माँ काली ने ये रूप धारण किया और वो जो डीमन था उसको उन्होंने मारा।
एनीवेज, वीडियो के बारे में हमें ज़्यादा डिटेल का नहीं पता, आप हमें डिटेल बताएंगे विद योर सजेशंस कमेंट के अंदर, ठीक है? और सजेशन किस चीज़ की, हमारी नेक्स्ट आने वाली वीडियो की, क्योंकि हम लोग आपको बताया कि आपकी सजेस्टेड वीडियो पे ही रिएक्ट करते हैं। सो विदाउट
ये 1-2 मंथ पहले की मुझे हमारे सब्सक्राइबर की रिक्वेस्ट थी, तो उन्होंने कमेंट किया हुआ था। तो
सॉरी भाई, अभी हमें टाइम मिला बनाने का।
अभी मैंने वो देखी वीडियो तो मुझे यार रियलाइज हुआ कि यार हम क्या कर रहे हैं हम, तो फिर हमने कहा कि स्टार्ट करते हैं।
और आप लोग भी क्या कर रहे हैं, सब्सक्राइब कर दो भाई, और इंस्टाग्राम हमारा लिंक आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगा,
वहाँ पे भी आपने लिंक अभी तक कोई नहीं भेजा, मतलब 2 मंथ गुजर गए, 3 मंथ गुजर गए, मैं वेट करता रहा कोई लिंक आएगा।
इंस्टाग्राम पे बताते रहा करो रिक्वेस्टेड वीडियो जिसके ऊपर हम लोग रिएक्शन दिया करें। एनीवेज, मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़ एंड
पीस।